Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle. Well, of course, Italy has always been the place to be when it comes to defensive... He's had a shot! And again! There it is! The ideal start!
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
So, a breakthrough already. Now, who's going to be first to this? Goes for a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Rice is offering a right smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear. Sporting are looking to go forward now. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's found a way past. Oh, good claim by the keeper. He's certainly earned his keep there.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Out towards the flank. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. There's a sharp little ball here. Roberto Carlos spots it and intercepts. And it's Cruyff. Roberto Baggio. Szoboszlai. Rice. First quarter of an hour gone. He's on it. Nunez! Oh, what has happened here? It's loose now and they want to get it back. Szoboszlai. And it's made its way to him. Mateus. Baggio powering forward here. Nicely shaped ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Well read, and the danger is averted. Shapes to shoot! He's got a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip
and the shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Messi has the space to scheme. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. And here's Nunez. That's tidy. Rice. Marek Szoboszlai. Mateus charging forward, the ball at his feet. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, that looks a good ball through.
Ivory Coast really are one of these sides that pride themselves on their ability to maintain possession.
Yeah, and some would say that that means they play the game the right way.
Yeah, but of course, it's decisive passes that's going to matter in the longer term. There's no good in holding on to the ball just for the sake of it. Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Wits! Back in once more. That's it. Oh, he's having a go! That is decidedly lacking.
Szoboszlai probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
And shifted it to the flank. Could be danger here. Big chance! Goal! Sporting! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to kick off. The
match.
excitement already palpable.
Against Sporting.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So straight into the action.
There's a player on this pitch who shines above the rest, and we're talking defence.
And that is?
Well, it's got to be Paolo Maldini.
Who's arguing?
Yeah, and he's a living, breathing symbol of leadership, loyalty and devotion to his craft. What a player.
Rivaldo. Now it's Pelé. He's a sharp little ball here. Thuram. That has not gone well. Rivaldo. Now it's Luis Suarez. Not the most accurate pass. Ferdinand. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Pelé. Knocks it into space. He's had a shot! That's really well cleared. That has been slung wide. Cruyff. Bellingham. And it's Cruyff. Oh, super ball. Oh, well played. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Roberto Baggio. Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Cruyff.
That's going in strongly.
Cruyff. Now it's Rivaldo. Great ball if he can get there. And he's managed to get free. And the shot! Goal! Arsenal! And there is your opener. Just gorgeous. The most glorious, delicious of touches. Followed up with an unerring finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Sporting are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Now it's Pelé. Now it's Puskás. Ferdinand.
Sporting are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Pelé! Brilliant from Pelé! A finish of true class. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring.
Puskás really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Rivaldo. Now it's Puskás.
Such good technique.
And he's running through.
Puskás.
Oh, what a mistake! That's a throw. Pinches it off him. Roberto Carlos gets over and intercepts. Now it's Pelé. And no, that was never going to make it. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Cruyff can see things others simply cannot. Roberto Baggio.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Cruyff. And this is Puskás. Puskás always onto this. Now there goes for a shot!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Eto'o. Beckham. No, again there's no way through. And he's had it nicked away. Good running, strong and purposeful. That has been cut short. Mateus. Sporting are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Tries to play it through. Oh, that is us. Can he finish? Relentless! Just relentless! And they are disappearing out of sight. That was a given. It always was.
Pele really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Vieira. Great vision. He's through here. Decent chance! Well taken goal. They are purring, truly purring.
The skill and the confidence was just brilliant, and he showed both a quick head and even quicker feet.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
2 added minutes has been
Some
indicated.
excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. He has found the way through. Gone behind for a goal kick. Maldini. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And it's Cruyff. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing. Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
To be heavy after the final whistle today.
So off we go again. 45 minutes to change their fate. Now that tries a shot! And it's in! Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
At least that has given their people something to smile about. Rivaldo. Now it's Pele. Oh, no joy this time. Thuram. Vieira. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, now it's Pele! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking tidy in possession here. That's destined for the flank. Can he get on the end of this? Cannavaro spots it and intercepts.
Sporting have certainly changed the dynamic, but I'm not quite sure whether we're going to get patience or impatience now.
Pass somewhat off target. Oh, cracking ball. It's a pretty loose pass. Takes a shot! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Sporting are stuck in a rut, and impatient putts at goal won't really help their cause here. They need somebody to communicate composure and something more constructive.
60 minutes played. Now it's Pele. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Thuram. Puskas. That's a nicely shaped ball. Rivaldo! That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
Spirited to say the least. Certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And this is Pele! I think that's offside.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 6.
So we have movement on both
Puskás.
benches.
Coming on to replace him is
Well
number
played,
8.
that has snuffed out the danger.
Progetto. Substitution in
Danielson
progress.
will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And this is Pele.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it...
Big chance! It's in! They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
And in a trot. Chance, surely! And no mistake. And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
And this is Pele. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And here's the chance to counter. Well, that pass isn't the best. Threads one in, and he's cut it out. Vieira. Rivaldo. And this is Pele. He's looking wide. Thuram charging forward, the ball at his feet. Cruyff. And that is a little undercooked. Mateus. Now that looks a decent ball. Cannavaro. That's Vieira. Bellingham looking to pass their way up the pitch. Tries to pass it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Sporting needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Danielson delivers. And that tries one from range. Oh, denied at the last. Sporting with the corner, they're first. Vieira is there and he can get that clear. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Now it's Cruyff. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Totti. That has been slung wide. Pele couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added. It's Maradona! And that has faded wide. And that is the final whistle. Sporting cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, the outstanding defence...
Gets his head on it! Harmlessly behind. Beckham. Thuram carries the ball down the right.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Terrific effort! They've scored!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Porto finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Crosses it in here. Tries to get it clear. And we have our very first corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Porto are looking to go forward now. Now this could be a chance. He's found a way through. Batistuta couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Roberto Carlos is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
So what can they conjure from this one?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Roberto Carlos. Sporting leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. And this is Luis Suarez. He's shifting through the gears here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. And it's Neymar. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
So this to pull level. What a save from Peter Schmeichel!
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
Threads one in. Cruyff in acres of space out wide. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. It's Luis Suarez! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
That'll be a throw-in. He is through here. It's run loose here. It's going to be another throw. Rijkaard can get it clear. Juve. Now it's Ronaldinho. And he's managed to get free. Shot could be a chance! And he looked every bit the...
Thinking what he has to do to score there.
Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. It's their second corner of the game. Cruyff is there, and he can get that clear. Zanetti. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Roberto Baggio. Beckham. Roberto Baggio. Of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Beckham! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Beckham clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Tries to pass it through. Nice interception, well timed. And now a sudden chance to counter. He has found the way through. Can he finish?
Sporting really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
A heavy challenge. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's Ronaldinho. Thuram pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Neymar. Oh, that is a nice touch. Foot in. Now it's Luis Suarez. Eto'o. He's found the way through. Ronaldinho. Xavi Alonso. Thuram demonstrating his defensive quality there. And it's Gattuso. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Sporting just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Sporting have played well here, and they have... Shot, surely! Mateus can see things others simply cannot. It'll be a throw-in. Guehi. Oh, good spread. Now it's Donatoni. Can he get away here? In with the challenge. Cruyff. Now it's Ronaldinho. Now that looks a decent ball. Nesta. Oh, he's a sharp little ball here. And that's really well manoeuvred. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Roberto Carlos looking to play it into the box. Keeper's dealt with that. And it's Thuram. And the shot! Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. He's picked his way through. Cannavaro. Just about up to the hour now. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Quick look, then plays it in. Guéhi with the clearance. Juve.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's got away. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Gattuso. Aimed beyond the defence.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Thuram. Zanetti. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Couldn't squeeze it through. Beckham. That's a little off target. Nesta with a definite foul there. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. So we have movement on both benches. Gattuso. What's going wide left?
Porto really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Good challenge, excellent challenge. Guéhi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he's there to make the challenge. Marmoush is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Now it's Shevchenko, looking for the run, and he's in on goal! And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So
it's Azar! And it's come back out to him. And a neat finish. And right near the end, we have parity. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
in a trice. The substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
And here's Lewandowski, and it's Gattuso. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Donadoni! Spread to the right.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Porto desperately searching for the winner here. And he welcomes it in. Verbin! No, just not quite.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
And he's there to retrieve it. Marmoush, and the through ball. And it's a real chance! Oh, that could be pivotal! A game of margins! A game of thrills! And that's that. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Schmeichel claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
That is a superb...
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well.
Looking for the far post. Keeper's dealt with that. Mateus. He's a sharp little ball here. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Cannavaro robs him of possession.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. And now a sudden chance to counter. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
He just needs to find the control.
And he's let fly! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Batistuta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And this is Batistuta. We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him.
Totti always looking for that half a chance. Aimed beyond the defence. And it's Eto'o. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Probably be looking to play it square from here.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
Beckham. That's good running with the ball. Not the most accurate pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Sporting still without a single shot on target. This is a promising build-up. Threads one in. Baggio was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Cruyff. Totti. Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Baggio. Roberto Carlos. Roberto O'Shea has got himself a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. He's going to be disappointed with that. Now, can they get him away? He has found the way, tries a shot! Goal! Morocco! And Morocco score first! That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit...
And he shoots! And he's there to clear it. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's a goal kick. It's a pretty loose pass. Cruyff can so cleverly bypass the press.
Sporting truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
And he's managed to get free. Delivered with swing. And he was alert to it. Totti. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he is going into that little black book. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Totti! And that has fizzed wide.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
It's a searching pass. Conte tries to pass it through.
Minutes has been indicated.
Cruyff looking for options for movement. Conte, Yamal, and he was quick to react. And it's Eto'o. Some resolute defending there. And that brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Sporting come in at half-time on the wrong end of a 1-0 scoreline.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. The second half is up and running.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Cruyff, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Pass somewhat off target. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
That has ended up in no man's land. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And the shot's on here. Nice looking ball. Oh no, that was never going to make it. So Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Eto'o. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
Substitution.
Well, that looks a decent ball.
Sporting really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end.
Chance! So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Totti. And that is a little undercooked. Knocks it into space. And Batistuta! And he couldn't finish.
For his willingness to make those runs, the passers will always have an option with him.
Maradona. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Nesta spots it and intercepts. Mateus. And this is Batistuta. Thuram. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Tries to play it through, and he plays one through. Now that's well seen too. And here's Yamal. Rummenigge.
Substitution for Morocco. Number 19, Yamal. Coming on to replace him is number 21.
Oh, what has
Andy
happened here?
Cole.
Ball swung in, and that has been cleared. He's having a hit! And the difference is still one, but only just.
Well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly. Sporting really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Sporting very much running into the last chance saloon.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
Great vision. Cute ball. Now, how can he reach it? That is very well defended.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Can he get on the end of this? Batistuta! Worth a try, but not this time.
Well, that was inventive and speculative, but the thought process was a little slicker than the attempt.
Totti. Coming on the field is number 8, Rivaldo.
Roberto Carlos.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Rivaldo. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And claimed it back swiftly. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And it's Thuram. Denilson wriggles his way through. Denilson delivers. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
This is a lost children's announcement.
Your final thoughts,
Please
Jim?
keep your eyes
Sporting
on your
just
children during the
couldn't get
match.
into it.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next
Hello,
2 hours,
everybody,
it
and
might not
welcome
feel
to
like
today's
that.
match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces. There's a player below, Peter, that I admire on a professional and personal level, the one and only Raul.
He's just out on his own for consistency.
Indeed, and a terrific leader. Talent has to be backed up by hard work and tenacity, and he leads by example, hence the respect he commands.
Cruyff providing an outlet on that flank. Cruyff! Now, who's going to be first to this? Neymar. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Great ball if he can get there. So, and Shevchenko!
Will simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's fabulous. Cruyff! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
No, he's not going to get any further than that. Tries to pass it through.
Roberto Baggio.
The specialist in tearing teams apart. Spread it left. Spread neatly. Ah, he's given it away.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Cruyff. Looking for the far post. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And he's there to retrieve it. And it's Baggio. Neither side yet able to find the net. An impressive jump! And he's quick to get rid. Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Defending of the desperate variety. And now they can spring out of defence. Pass somewhat off target.
Roberto Baggio.
And he's only too happy to take that back. He's having a hit! Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Roberto Carlos ready to try one. And this is a great chance to take a lead. Beckham! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific. Terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Well read, nice interception. Dani Olmo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Oh, it's come loose. He's got away. Neymar. Beckham. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Neymar. Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Mateus. Spread out to the left. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Pau Kubasi gets across to intercept that. Pass is just off target. Ambitious ball here. And he's intervened well there. 5 minutes till the break. Mateus. Now it's Cruyff. Konate. And Kubasi. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Nakhon Ratchasima clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
There will be 1 minute at a
Serginho
time.
picks it up out wide. That's going to go a long way. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half
Please
brings.
turn your attention to the screen for
Not too much so
information
far to
provided
lift
by the
anybody
local
off their
police.
seat.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. That gets us going once more.
Sporting clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken.
Terrific effort! Oh, crossbar! And he's gone looking for safety. Roberto Baggio. Thuram. Aims beyond the defence. It's Baggio! That is decidedly lacking.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away.
Roberto Baggio.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Played out to the left flank. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so... Chance! And he couldn't finish.
Well, you have to say how clever the pass was. It caught the defence off guard because of the disguise on it, and it makes it all the more disappointing that he didn't top it off with a finish.
Oh, shooting chance! And he's picked it up out wide, crossed into the middle. Good read, needed to be. Here's Beckham!
The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Well, this is certainly a game where the scoreline does not reflect the action. How it has stayed 0-0, nobody can quite understand. Now the delivery. Oh, well played. Decent chance! It's a goal! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
And he's managed to get rid. Oh, good-looking ball.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is...
Real chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Substitution on the field.
So,
Number
third corner of the
21,
game.
Shevchenko. Number 18, Kubasi. Number 11,
Nakon Wachasima are looking to go forward now.
Number 4, Robert Lewandowski. Number 29.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players...
And can he finish? It's loose, and oh, he's been caught napping. And again. And that's a good finish. Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Sporting are doing very nicely, thank you.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Havertz unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's shifting through the gears here. Maradona. Oh, that was vital. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Maradona with it. There's the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. It's all becoming so easy. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the...
And the finish!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
No, again, there's no way through. Thuram gets on his bike and on the move. Played out towards the right wing. He's picked his way through. Chance for a shot! Konate can clear it away. No, he couldn't get hold of it.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Deftly away. Nakon Wachasima have the chance to go the other way. Tries a deft little ball, and the counter is on. He is through here. He's one-on-one, surely. He's been taken down, and the referee has pointed at the spot. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. A big, deep breath. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
So could they be onto something here? Now a Droll. That's a cute ball. That has not gone well. Nesta is there to clear.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Nesta is there, and he can get that clear. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and